Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Luis, aka Wolf Rider. We are starting our week this week after a couple of weeks of not talking to you guys about working, but about a week and a half of vacation. Hope you guys can hear me okay. We're at a TA not too far from the house because woke up this morning. If you follow my Instagram, by the time you see it, you probably saw me having to be over here dealing with a big old bolt in my tire that I found on my drive tire. So, a couple guys are parking. Hopefully it holds, but we're gonna get back to this video. We got a pickup. We got a PM to go and do, and we hoping we still got time. Hope we still got time to make it all today. So let's hit the video. Let's get started. Talk to you guys in a sec. All right, guys. So we arrived to our pickup here in Liberty, Kentucky. So we're gonna get set up. Somebody to wait for. Already got paperwork. We're gonna get loaded, strapped down. I'll show you what we're picking up in a second if you haven't been here before. So patch is holding so far. Gotta check it out again, but patch on that tire is holding. Talk to you about that in a little bit also. So hold on a second. Well, we're waiting to get loaded and the forklift driver to come on by. Come on by. But yeah, we're getting loaded. You've probably seen these agriculture put you guys up. You guys seen those? I don't know if it's green or the black ones. Those mowers, industrial or heavy duty mowers systems. That's what we're picking up out here. This is my second time. Actually, I came here when I first started with Tennessee Steel Haulers, and this is my second time here, so I knew where I was coming. So it's a good thing. For it took a little longer waking up to that freaking bolt on the tire. So there's definitely one thing that it's helpful to get up maybe a little bit earlier and double check your truck, make sure everything's good, even if you checked it the night before. When I parked the truck, because I picked it up from the shop yesterday, mid-morning, everything was fine there, so I must have picked up that bolt, probably leaving the shop unless it was on the bottom, and as I was rolling out, I don't know where I picked it up, but I only drove about 10 miles, so, well, about 15 miles actually, where we parked the truck, and wake up this morning, go to it, go check it, check it all around again and find out that we have a flat tire. So I do have a plug kit that I have bought, but when I try to put that screw-on part on there, I felt that wiring that was a little messed up, so I didn't even try to mess with it too much. After that, I just got the bolt out so I wouldn't make any more additional damage in whatever it has done. I was able to rotate the tire just a little bit. I had to unscrew the bolt. I got it right here. I think I'll show you guys on the Instagram, but I'm gonna forget. This is what we got in there. Yeah. So it was, all this was in at an angle, so it didn't go straight in. It went in at an angle, and I had basically, it's too tight to do it by hand, but this bolt was screwed in a little further in. So it was between the ridges of the tire, so I was able to unscrew this and lift it enough so I can grab the pliers below it and then pull it out. But yeah, you guys can see that's pretty hefty little bolt that got in there. But got it out, saved it just so I can show you. Yeah, crap, you never know what's gonna happen when you wake up in the morning, so always do your pre-trip. So never just like, oh, I checked it last night, everything looked fine. Always do your pre-trip, always check, because you never know, rookies, you never know what you're gonna find in the morning. So it's better safe than sorry. And I woke up at 4 in the morning. I wasn't really gonna wake up. He's already coming up. I wasn't really gonna try to take off till 6, and got woken up before 4 and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna get up and get it early, get a head start on it. So definitely did not work as a head start, but it did work for me to be able to get that repair done. Also, early morning times, you got better luck. Well, I got 2 of them loading me at the same time. Early time, you have a better chance of not having somebody in a tire shop. Luckily, where we live in Knoxville, there I have 3 TAs within 12 miles, or Petro and 2 TAs, same company. There's also a Pilot, and there's a Love's 16 miles, so about another 4 or 5 miles going west. There's also a Love's. The Pilot's over here that I do not have a tire repair place, and I'm sure there's other shops, local shops that I call, but I don't want to pay for, roadside. That's way more money. That triples the cost of repairing a tire. So, and most of the time, those guys don't even want to take the time to do it. Speaking of, I do want to take the time. Sorry, can't even speak this morning. It's been a while. Want to take the time to thank James, the manager, James Nighttime at the TA and exit 374 there in Knoxville, and also Alexander, go by Xander. He's a repair young man who took the extra time and total four patches to help me out, and he showed me what was going on, what difficulty he was having with the wire that was sticking out. He actually took his extra time, he cut those, he trimmed those. He tried a different patch, the one that's like the plug with a patch for me. That wasn't going to work because the wiring wasn't letting it go in. The little wire parts of the tire, the radio part, whatever you call it. But he took the extra time to, do his best to try to fix it without, pushing me to buy another tire. If I had a different shop, I'm sure they would probably try it a little bit, looked at it, and immediately say, oh, we can't patch this, the wire's on, whatever. It can give me all kinds of crap, not even put the extra effort. So shout out to Xander. Totally appreciate the extra time that you took. He's a new mechanic. He's only been doing a little less than a year. So I know that desire to kind of, do his best is out there still. So if you're a mechanic or a DOT diesel mechanic, taking the extra time to try to fix things for us drivers that are here on the road, and then we spend, especially owner ops, lease op, that you're responsible for the maintenance, tires of our trucks. When you have a mechanic that can take, the extra time, a few minutes, even whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes, to do his best to try to get that problem fixed without costing you more money, it's totally appreciated for us out here. We rather spend an extra, 15 minutes, an hour with somebody that's willing to try things than, those who just want to be lazy and don't want to do things, don't want to put the extra effort, and don't care because it's not their money. And it's not even, they're not making the money. It's going to that corporate world. So, but totally appreciate it. Shout outs to them. If you ever midnight or whatever, anytime, just know that Xander and James were great. And hopefully if you have to be in that TA, you have the same experience. But just thanks to all the mechanics that may watch this. Thanks for the extra effort. It goes a long way for us, owner ops and lease ops, that we have to pay for our stuff. So, other than that, boys, we and girls, we are Wolfpack. We're getting loaded 2 at a time. That's great because we got here right at 11. It's about a 2-hour drive to Knoxville, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully no longer than that. But the faster we get out of here, the faster we get to do our PM. I can do a PM. They got to put the vinyl stickers, DOT information on the driver's side because they fixed that panel. And I'll show you when we get over there. But they fixed that panel. It looks good. I appreciate it. Also, shout out to the Knoxville, Kenworth Body Shop. Thank you, Lynn, for all the help and following up with your word. And when I was going to drop it off, you guys were going to take care of it, and he did. And the truck was there extra days, and that was not a problem. So, but they took all the vinyl stickers. Actually, they even took our inspection ticket and the ISTA sticker. Unfortunately, the guy who took it off put it in a cardboard. I would have, like just half sticked it inside the truck somewhere. This one I'm not too worried about because we're actually getting another one today. So I'm not too worried about this. Definitely because we're going to office, we're getting another one. But if it wasn't for that, I would have to kind of figure something out or force myself through the office just to get one. Or double tape this to the truck. But yeah, they had to take all that, and they took also, like I said, the DOT numbers and stuff from Tennessee. I do have the availability at Cricket and stuff to make vinyls at home, but I didn't have the time. I had, just time with Ashley and getting ready to leave. I didn't take the time to do that, and I didn't find out till I picked it up yesterday. So, But the office already knows, and they have somebody who already has them set up, and they're just gonna slap on there as I do IPM, and we'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to go. But other than that, guys, I'm just excited to be back, and I apologize. And again, thank you for all the support to the channel, and those who are newly subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And if you're just watching this video and just find my channel, hey, consider subscribing if you like the content, or you're looking through a few other videos. You want to find out about Tennessee Steel Haulers, the Lease program. Follow me on Instagram. Also, shout out to Charles out there. Another driver hit me up through his girlfriend on Instagram this weekend. Yeah, I almost didn't call you. I told him I almost didn't call you because I had some, female, sending me a message on Instagram that doesn't have a lot of, didn't look like fully like, okay, call your boyfriend. That's pretty much what he said, but I appreciate it. It all worked out, and shout outs to both of you guys. But he's looking into Tennessee. We answered some questions, and just, I called him, we talked, given some information. He's been driving for 4 years. He's leased on another company, and I don't know if he wants me to say or not, so I'm not saying anything, but he's leased with another company that actually he's not buying a truck. It's just like renting the truck. Was looking for information on Tennessee. We talked a little bit, but hopefully it works out. You definitely got to have his manual license, so that's kind of where I bring the story. Also, part of a conversation is he had the manual automatic restriction, which is something that, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that I almost had that automatic restriction when I was taking my CDL class through the Swift school, or the class of California trucking school, which is contracted by Swift out in Fontana, California. If you do an automatic truck, you're gonna have an automatic restriction at the DMV. So long story short, I don't have that, but Charles had that restriction because he did automatic only when he got his test, so that's why he's been driving for the last 4 years. So when you're moving up to wanting to open up to other companies like Tennessee Steel Haulers, if you didn't know, just in case maybe that answers your questions, all the trucks are manual. Tennessee Steel Haulers, even the new trucks that they bring in, they bring manual transmission. They don't get automatic transmissions. They get manual transmissions. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's their preference. It's a contract they have. Also want to attract certain drivers that are willing to put the extra effort into what they're licensed, and not just, not just be behind the wheel. I'm not saying that because it's an automatic it is, because you guys know I don't have nothing against automatic trucks, but I do realize there's different mentality when you put the extra effort of learning how to drive a truck manually. So I know that's not always something that everybody can do, and in starting off, but I do encourage you, basically, and like I encourage him, it sounds more difficult than what it is to drive manual 13 speed. It sounds more difficult. If I started trying to explain it to you, and the steps and what you look at, and the RPMs, and want to change the gears, and want to downshift, and the how you do it with the speed, and you can have an idea what gear you should be based on the speed you're in compared to the RPMs. If I start talking about that, it sounds very complicated. But if you're a fast learner and you kind of can find somebody with a manual truck who's able and willing to teach you, or just pay a school just to do the manual, and there's some schools who have like that extra, it's not the full school if you have your CDL, but just to kind of go through the manual stuff. I'm sure they got some deals with that. It sounds more complicated than it is, but I really encourage you that if you have an automatic restriction, whether you're a man or female, whether you've done it before or not, I would encourage you to take that off your license as soon as you can. Just get it off, because you never know what opportunity you may miss and not be able to do, just because you have that restriction on there at the moment that you wanted to make a change, or were forced to make a change. So just putting that out there. Go get your manual restriction, your automatic restriction off your license if that's the way you started. Look into it. Look at it around town. Ask all the drivers in your area. But if you start looking at local schools, small schools, I'm sure you can find it. Or even rent. You can rent the truck and practice. And I'm sure it comes, restructured. However it works out. Just put the effort. save the money, get it done. You know, you already know what the manual test, the driving test is going to be at the DMV. That's what you're going to have to take again, but you already know how that is, what to expect there. So if you already have the skills to back on and straight back and do this, you know, do all that with your truck, it's just a manual transmission. That's the only new thing. Everything else will be a refresher. So not sure. I'm sure that if you go to any DMV, you have to take the whole driving test, including kind of doing the pre-trip and all that on the manual. But, you know, I don't think there's a shortcut and just go through the driving part. Maybe there is. If there is, if you know about it, comment below. Let me know if I'm correct on that or not. But even if it's not, I encourage you to go ahead and get that automatic registration off your license as soon as you can. But Charles is going to get it. He accepted the challenge, so we're going to stay in touch. Hopefully he stays in touch, and we'll see how he's doing. He has a cousin that he's an owner up, and he was going to call him and see if he can help him out and teaching him, give him some quick lessons so he can get that off his license, and maybe consider TNSC's haulers or somewhere else. But he definitely liked what he heard, and I still recommend it. It's the best lease to own program that you can find, that I've found and researched and heard about still. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's definitely the best one I've heard so far, and I'm happy where I'm at. Definitely happy where I'm at and the decision. So anyway, enough chatting. It's been a while. Just want to kind of update you guys. I'm gonna stop by here. We're gonna finish getting loaded. There are about 2/3 done, from what I can see out here. About 2/3 done, and then I'm gonna have to move on forward. We're gonna throw some straps down. Don't know if I have my phone holder and all that kind of stuff for the phone to put it outside, because this is my phone that I'm using at the moment. I do have the GoPro. We'll do that probably on the next video. I gotta format the camera and charge it, because I haven't charged it either. So, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay, and the video's coming out okay as usual. So, but we're gonna get loaded, and I'll update you guys in a little bit. All right, stay tuned, Wolfpack. Stay tuned. All right, boys and girls, PM is done. Got the paperwork. We got here to Nashville. Got the truck on, so I don't want to get too close so you guys can hear me, but I'm gonna show you guys the load. Let me turn your ass around. Wow. All right, so that's the load we got. Hold on a second. Microphone, come on. All right, got that working. So, switch hands here. Sorry, guys. All right, so we got the PM done. Everything's good. Let me show you how you secure this, because I met a couple of you guys here that are currently in orientation, and I exchanged phone numbers. So cool to meet you guys. You watch this video. Appreciate it. Grieve. I don't remember all the names. I'm bad with names, but I'll get to know them. But when you go secure this, you get this planks of wood. You guys can see it in there, like this one. Should have showed that one. Basically, you have to make sure the strap goes over it. This one kind of went a little sideways on me back here, but no big deal. The whole idea is to help put pressure on all the units, because it's not just one unit, it's multiple units right behind each other. So the plank kind of holds them all together, and with the strap, you put pressure on it. So you want to put the hook of your strap and push it through to the other side, and then do the winches, you know, as you normally would. Of course, alternating pulls, always do that. If you're worried about the wood breaking your strap, as long as you do it pretty close to the middle, nothing would happen. But sometimes it might happen, so you just keep an eye on it. Everything looked good when I looked last. So I try to center them as best I can, but they will move a little bit on you when you're pulling from one side or the other. So we got 6 sets of them. This little one's back here, but we're only weighing about 17 and change, under 18,000 pounds. Let me turn you guys around. So we got that done. PM's done. We got some vinyl stickers on the driver's side put in. They're not pretty. The heat doesn't help the adhesive get that vinyl off that plastic tape, but They look all right. We tried 3 of them between me and the mechanic. But I'm gonna replace that anyway. Everything's greased up. We're gonna get out of here. We still got 5 hours, technically 4 hours to get to Montgomery, but we gotta find parking, so at least we have hours on the clock to get through it. Hopefully we can get to Crashville before it gets too bad. It's already about 3:30, so let me get out of here, guys, and I'll see you guys, see where we can stop for the night. Catch you guys online. All right, guys, this is the end of the day. We made it to Birmingham after the PM, all that. I had a little bit of extra time. I was gonna try the Loves that's between Birmingham and Montgomery, but Trucker Path, which is what I use to also kind of keep an eye on truck parking. There was already markings of being full, and it's not a big Love, so I decided to stop at the Pilot, Flying J, whatever out here in North, right before downtown on Birmingham on Daniel Road. So sure, if you drive through, you know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna call it a night here. Took a shower. I'm about to make some burger patties. Burger patties on the air fryer, and warm that, and then we're gonna call it a night. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, haven't hit that like button, please do so. It helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Surely appreciate it. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Wolf Friday out. Peace.